around to see how else you can help.
The construction for the roundabout on East Main Street has been continuing on schedule. Find out about what the roundabout might look like in the fall.
The past few days, dangerous storms and wildfires have swept across the nation. Later, we will tell you how the natural disasters have impacted their local communities.
President Trump's immigration agenda has faced a setback from the United States Supreme Court. We'll tell you all about this and more as Kent Stater TV starts right now.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Good evening, Portage County, and thank you for joining us on this last 30-minute show of the semester. I'm Ryan Mead.
And I'm Tatum Warrants. We start tonight with news about a local festival.
I am in Cuyahoga.
Since 2014, a famous yellow bird has broken world records. Today it is here in Cuyahoga Falls.
We have Lila Hughes at the event with more. Hi, Lila.
That's right, guys. I am in Cuyahoga Falls to check out the Ohio Rubber Duck Festival. The festival started yesterday and is organized by local Akron High School juniors and seniors. Unfortunately, the main spectacle of the event, Big Mama, the world's largest duck, had to be deflated due to the weather, but don't ruffle your feathers because tomorrow is the last day of the event, featuring the Duck Dash, where 3,000 ducks race for a prize. Here I am joined with
Hannah Sabrino.
And what made you come out today?
I actually have a duck collection at my apartment, and I'm like all different types of ducks, flamingo ducks, like those really tiny ducks, regular ducks, a lot of ducks.
And right now there is a wing festival going on right now where people can eat wings. Tell me more a little bit, what's going on?
I'm pretty sure if you win, you can win $1,000, and they have different prizes. They're hot wings, I think mild hot wings, but you have to eat in under 5 minutes to win. And you have to be the first one to eat, I think, 15 wings total.
Interesting. Right, so right now we have a lot of food trucks surrounding us and a lot of yelling due to the wings, but there is a Buffalo Wild Wings mascot hyping up the contestants of the wing eating contest. Very interesting. Any more thoughts about the festival?
I thought mascots weren't supposed to talk.
Great, thank you. But that's all that I have right now. As a reminder, you can come out tomorrow, but for KSTV, I'm Lila Hughes. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Lila. Well, earlier this week, I donated my saliva to the Gift of Life tent on campus, and they gave me a Red Bull. So I gave that Red Bull to our reporter, Casey Baylog.
Well, she must have loved it because she went back to the tent and has all the info on the group. What can you tell us about it, Casey?
Yeah, guys, the Gift of Life tent offered raffles and other incentives for students to give a quick survey and their cheek swab to have an opportunity to save lives. This week, the Gift of Life chapter at Kent State University set up tables throughout campus for their annual mega drive to find life-saving matches.
This week is our mega drive, which means that we are on campus Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, every single day, all around campus with a bunch of incentives to try to get as many people as possible to join the registry. We're about 50 short of 500 swabs, so we're going to keep pushing through the rest of the day. We're able to 12 community sponsors to be able to use as raffles and sponsorships to hand out things as incentives and get people to join the registry.
Any student can take just a brief moment of their day to join the registry to get a chance to save a life.
It takes 5 minutes to join. It's a simple cheek swab and a health questionnaire on their phone, and then they are on the registry. It's that simple, and something so simple has such a big impact. We've actually already had 2 transplants facilitated here at Kent, and we are about to go through with hopefully a third who's going to match with a 7-year-old and give her a bone marrow transplant to save her life.
While the chances of a person being a match in the database are only about a 1 in 1,000, still doing the swab contributes towards very important research.
So when people join the registry, they join via cheek swab, and it goes in a kit like this. Every single kit costs around $60 to process, which means that Gift of Life really relies on donations to help fund their research. Gift of Life has a genetics lab down in Florida, and all of the money Gift of Life makes goes directly back into supporting processing those swabs and testing for those markers that match with individuals that have the different types of cancer.
Along with setting up tables to collect swabs and donating towards research, the Gift of Life also spends their time spreading awareness on cancer and other diseases.
I would just encourage you, whether you're interested in volunteering or becoming a member of Gift of Life, we're always welcoming as many people as we can to help cure cancer and create more welcoming environments for people to join the registry and help patients in need.
The Mega Drive has concluded Friday evening, but the group sets up tables once a week, and I will be back for your sports report later in the show.
Thanks, Casey. The roundabout construction on East Main Street has impacted students' travel for the majority of the past year.
To learn more about how this might continue to impact the area, I spoke to Kent State University students to get their thoughts about the construction. If you've driven on East Main Street for the past year, you've probably driven past the new construction site. The construction began in August of 2025 and is going to continue on until 2028. Many students have mixed feelings about the area, and some even choose to avoid the area altogether.
I think it's a pretty big inconvenience. I'm not too fond of it. I think people go a little bit too fast, and it's quite dangerous right now.
Yeah, so the roundabout, there's pros and cons to it. I would say a pro is that it makes the traffic go by quicker. It's quicker than a light. So I actually think in that aspect it's actually good. And, of course, a bad thing is that it's also kind of dangerous because people don't know, really how to drive through a roundabout sometimes. So I would say that is a negative aspect of it.
The new roundabout promises to create a safer driving experience for students. According to the City of Kent's website, when implementing roundabouts, data has shown a 59% reduction of crash rate, a 33% reduction of pedestrian crashes, and in Kent, where they've already had roundabouts, they've seen a 73% reduction rate in overall crash rate at the West Campus Center roundabout and a 53% reduction rate in pedestrian crash rate at the Ted Boyd and West Campus Center roundabout. When students come back to campus in the fall, the project will still be in progress. The project plans on adding sidewalks and redoing the pipelines along East Main Street. The project is on schedule with the entirety expected to be completed in 2027. When students come back, most of the pipelines are expected to be finished, and lots of progress will be made within the roundabout. So expect to see a lot of progress and maybe less construction cones. I'm Ryan Mead, KSTV News.
A federal appeals court rejected President Trump's effort Friday to solely ban migrants across the U.S.-Mexico border from seeking asylum. This is a setback for Trump's immigration agenda and will likely cause a showdown over the policy in the Supreme Court. The decision upholds a July ruling, and American Civil Liberties Union attorney Lee Gallant said this decision can save thousands of lives.
The Justice Department is choosing to drop its investigation into Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. This move is paving the way for the Senate to confirm his replacement. President Trump is wanting Kevin Warsh to be the Fed's next leader. Trump accused Powell of improperly handling federal renovations. However, the Justice Department has said that they have found no evidence of wrongdoings.
President Trump is extending the Jones Act waiver, which temporarily suspends a federal law that requires goods transported between U.S. ports to be carried only by vessels that are built, owned, and crewed in the U.S. According to the White House, this extension can help the energy supply as oil and gas prices surge with the U.S.-Iran war. This decision follows the initial 60-day waiver signed in March.
The U.S. military executed an order to fire 9 rounds of shots into an Iranian cargo ship after it ignored warnings from the Navy. Over a 6-hour period, the Iranians ignored orders from the United States, and the Navy got the call to seize the ship. The U.S. sailors warned the crew of the Iranian ship to evacuate the engine room immediately. The Navy's destroyer disabled the ship's engine, leaving it dead in the water, and forced it to comply to U.S. orders.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu revealed Friday that he quietly underwent treatment for prostate cancer. This is the first time the 76-year-old acknowledged the cancer, as he disclosed he underwent surgery for an enlarged prostate in December 2024, but has now revealed it was for a malignant tumor. After radiation, Netanyahu said the spot went away quickly and said on social media, quote, "Thank God I am healthy," end quote.
Dillon, South Georgia is helping residents who have been forced to evacuate from the wildfires. Many people have already lost their homes, and most of the U.S. is facing a record drought. 2/3 of the lower 48 states have been affected by the wildfires from last week. The plains are also facing threats from severe storms, including a massive tornado that hit Oklahoma, causing damage to hundreds of homes.
Well, severe weather is impacting several parts of the U.S., Ryan.
That's right, and weather anchor Katie Weigel can tell us that these conditions are heading to Ohio.
Well, with the warm front that came in, Ohio does not have any tornadoes in the outlook. Right now, it's more pop-up showers, and look at these temperatures. Columbus at 91, Cincinnati 84. I mean, even up here, Akron, Canton, 86. Pittsburgh's nice and cool, 79. I know they have the draft going on this weekend. But taking a look a little closer here to home, we have Kent here. We're only at a 56. Look at these warmer temperatures up near the lake. The lake's going to keep them warm this time of year. Remember that. 68 in Cleveland. Going down, we have Worcester at 59. Taking a look at today altogether, we have 79 degrees today. It was mostly cloudy. This is one of your last chances to actually be able to get a tan if you're out on Manchester Field. I know most of us don't have classes on Friday. Today's going to be like one of your last days. To be able to do that. UV index 6 of 11, perfect for tanning. A nice breeze to keep it cool. 79 can be a little bit sticky with that humidity, which hovered around about 60%. You're going to see more of that humidity as these pop-up showers come through. Remember, with that warm front, it's going to keep on going through. And remember that nice breeze, mostly cloudy. Most of the cloud is going to stick around like that. But stick around because I have a look at your weekend as well as the look into the forecast for the final week of classes.
The United States consumer sentiment level has dropped to the lowest score on record. Find out why.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Great job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
We've had plenty of professionals come into our campus because they really love the work that students are doing here. Just having that professional experience that we try to mimic every day, I have really been able to say to employers, I've tried this, I've edited, shot, and interviewed plenty of people, and I could be an asset to this newsroom, but I want to learn.
I've also wanted to continue this curiosity of understanding our media world.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Your community.
Your stories.
Keeping you informed and ahead of the storm. This is your KSTV weather.
Welcome back. We are taking a break from peaks of summer sun, but the spring still looms in the air. Don't feel like you have to get your coats back out just yet, but I'd keep something warm on hand. As we take a look at these temperatures going in later to tonight, 8 p.m., that 12% chance of rain, that 12% actually has changed. It is now increased to a 56% chance. Because we're getting those pop-up showers like I keep mentioning. 72 at 8 p.m., 66 at 10 p.m., 37% chance. We're going to keep seeing that chance increase as those brief storms keep coming through. 63 is what we'll top out at 12 a.m. Taking a look at tomorrow, it's going to be cloudy once again. This is why I said your chance of getting that tan is gone. It's 3 out of 11 on that UV index. However, here's the good news for you, Flashes. The good news is we gained 4 minutes of sunshine. Yeah, 4 minutes. We're going from 8:11 to 8:16. We still have that nice breeze, so that 59 is going to feel a little bit cooler than what you're expecting, but that's fine. Let's take a look at what we got going on for the last week of classes here. 64 is what we're looking at on Sunday. Monday, we have 72. This is where our highest peak is going to be. Your next best chance of sunshine is going to be on Monday. Though, get everything of sunshine that you can in. 69, a little bit of chance of rain on Tuesday. Bring those umbrellas to classes. It's your final week. You can make it. Your guys are good. 63 on Wednesday, 24% chance of rain. Those clouds are going to stick around for the rest of the week. As you take a look, it's going to be partly cloudy. Also on Thursday, nice 60. And then we're going to start climbing down. That's why I said that summer sun, it's not going to be here next week. And 59 on Friday, 53 on Saturday. But if you're planning anything outside this weekend, we seem to be dry. However, be prepared for small, fast pop-up showers. For KSTV, I'm Katie Waggle.
Thanks, Katie. Well, it's clear the Iran war is affecting the economy and it's starting to show on the consumer's optimism.
That's right, and KSTV's very own Emilio Hernandez has more on how the consumers are feeling as well as other consumer reports. Hi, Emilio.
Hey guys, and hello Portage County. Today I'm your guide through consumer news stories from various industries, the first of which concerns consumer sentiment. According to the University of Michigan, the U.S. Consumer Sentiment Score has dropped to 49.8, decreasing by 3.5 points from March's 53.3, becoming the new lowest score on record. The Iran war is thought to be a major driving force in the decline of consumer sentiment, as many Americans are concerned about increased gas prices, inflation, and financial concerns. While Microsoft is increasing spending on artificial intelligence, the tech giant is also offering its first ever voluntary buyout offer to 7% of its U.S. employees. This means that they're offering paid incentives to retire to any employee whose age and years of employment add up to 70 or higher. After employees learned of the offer, however, Microsoft shares dropped by 4% on Thursday. A major name in the entertainment industry and the Late Show host, Stephen Colbert, is nearing his last days on the show. As part of a Late Show tradition, Colbert is bringing in famous guests, such as former President Barack Obama, who Colbert announced will be on the show May 5th. The former president has been on the show 3 times already and has been interviewed by Colbert on his previous show. And that is all I have for you today, folks. For more stories like these, go to KentStater.com. I'm Emilio Hernandez, and you're watching KSTV.
The World Cup is taking place in New Jersey later this year. Unfortunately for fans, ticket prices are on the rise. We'll tell you by how much.
The Pirates traveled to Texas yesterday to take on the Rangers. We have the breakdown on what went down in the diamond and who came up with the win.
Deep right center field. Back O'Hearn.
And with more than 200 study abroad programs in 60 countries, there are many opportunities. One is found in the Central African country of Rwanda, where students connect with survivors of the 1994 genocide.
We're learning about the reconciliation process. Rwanda sort of took a very community-based approach to how they recovered.
In January, a group of Kent State student athletes traveled to Rwanda, where they organized a soccer camp for children.
While we were there, we got to work with kids and spread our knowledge about sports.
And we brought shoes, cleats, soccer balls for everybody.
It was a transformational experience.
The people of Rwanda were full of joy. They were also full of excitement and life.
I think the big thing that I'm going to take home personally from the experience is perspective. There's not just one way to do things.
This was unlike any other academic experience I've ever had.
Registration for Lavender Celebration is open now. Lavender Celebration is a historic pre-commencement ceremony held to honor queer graduating students. Now hosted by Pride Kent, this event will be held on April 30th from 6 to 9 p.m. in the Kent State Student Center Ballroom with a community reception at 5. Join us for a free dinner and award ceremony with keynote speakers and watch the graduates walk the stage and receive our iconic rainbow stoles. Bring your friends, family, and absolutely anyone, regardless of how you identify. Scan the QR code or go to the link below and register today. Registration closes April 20th.
Hey there, welcome to
Kent Core.
Kent Core.
Kent Core.
Kent Core.
To Kent Core.
This is your Kent Stater TV Sports Report.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Casey Baylog filling in for Matthew McConaughey, and a lot is going on in this world of sports, but tonight we start in Kalamazoo, Michigan. The Kent baseball team had a 13-inning battle against Western Michigan, but came out on top with an 8-7 win in the series opening. Despite the Broncos striking first, the Kent team was able to seal the deal with a sacrifice fly by Brody Williams. With this win, the team improves 30-10 overall and 16-6 in the MAC. The first night of the 2026 NFL Draft occurred last night in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The night began by some Steelers icons coming out of the stage to rally up the crowd, including currents such as T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, and legends as Ben Roethlisberger, Terry Bradshaw, and Hines Ward. If we go ahead looking at another Pittsburgh team, the Pirates struggled against the Rangers last night in Arlington, making the record 14-11. We start off with Evan Carter hitting right out into center field and right there leaving the Pittsburgh down 0-2. He makes it to home run and they immediately struggle, leaving the Pirates down. And right after that, we have Jock Peterson with another smooth single that is completely missed by the Pirates. So another slip by them, and they are still down 0-3 in the bottom of the fourth inning. And right after that, they are still down with another Corey Seager right out there, 3-run dinger. Right down there, now down in 6, but superstar O'Neal Cruz comes out and comes back, bringing at least the Pirates up on the board, leaving them 1-6. The Cleveland Guardians tonight head to Toronto to play the Blue Jays. The Guardians are currently tied with the Detroit Tigers, being number 1 in the ALC Central, both with a record of 14-12. Cleveland is looking for a win tonight to continue their streak after winning the series with the Astros. The Blue Jays are also coming back from a series win against the Angels, and a win against them with the Guardians would improve their standings. First pitch is tonight at 7:07 and can be watched on MLB TV. The only way to watch the World Cup finals in New Jersey this year is to purchase your tickets through resale. Resellers expect you to pay premium prices. One seller is listing a ticket for over $2 billion for just one ticket. The sellers probably won't get that price, but the cheapest ticket on the official FIFA website is over $11,000. This is significantly more expensive than the face value of any ticket. Well, guys, we probably won't be able to go to the World Cup, but we'll be watching, so who do we got?
Well, ultimately, I'd love the U.S. to win, obviously, but realistically, though, I think I'm going to go with Argentina. They got, Messi. They won, I think it was the last World Cup. But who do you think, Tatum?
I like America. I'm a patriot, and, allegedly they have a terrible record. It doesn't matter. They're going to the World Cup.
Yeah. Me personally, I like how Mbappe and the French team looked last World Cup. It was great, but that is what we're going to be looking for. But next Sports Corner, last episode Monday night at 8 p.m., as well as the last episode of the Sports Playbook podcast. After the break, we'll show you some cute pandas.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey.
And although I may be lonely, stick around for what each of the cast members has planned for today.
All that and more on College Voice.
Peace.
Out.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Zoo Atlanta is set to receive a delivery of 2 new giant pandas from China. There will be a male Ping Ping and female Fu Shuang, and they are from the Chengdu research base of panda breeding. There is no set date of when the pandas will arrive in the United States, but Zoo Atlanta has had some history with pandas as they previously were home to 2 other pandas that had 7 babies while there.
And all right, we talked about some pandas right there, and it kind of reminds me of Panda Express. I'm kind of getting a little hungry, but what's your favorite restaurant?
Well, I've never tried Panda Express, but I've decided that I don't like it, but I like Subway.
Yeah, I like
How about
Subway
you?
too. I also like Chipotle. You know, Raising Cane's is always really good.
Cane's is good.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
Cane's is
different
good.
places I'll go to. You can't go wrong
Yeah.
with really anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your go-to order at Subway?
6-inch ham and cheese on white.
Oh, really?
Always. Well, for more news updates, you can check out the Kent Stater website. I'm Tatum Lawrence.
And I'm Ryan Mead. We'll be back next week for our special final hour-long show. Have a great weekend,
Portage County.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool. Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know. That's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.